Why you should choose a long-term relationship rather than being a player? Well, there are lots of reasons for that. First is not everyone can be a player, and you know that. Go look in the mirror. Yes, you can't be a playboy if you look ugly. Now personally I have experienced both life. I have been with a lot of hookups and short-term relationships, and currently I am in a long-term relationship. It's gonna be a year soon. Alright, let's break this down, so stay with me until the very end. Being a player could be very exhausting. You have to maintain your looks, you have to be charming and manipulative, you have to have the courage to be hated, you have to numb your feelings, and you have to open a new chapter every single day. Yes, you get some sex, but the ROI, return on investment, is trash. Now, being a playboy could only be good for you if you already have a very good relationship with someone. It could be anyone, your brother, your friend, your sister, anyone. Someone who will be there for you and someone who will support you no matter what happens. Ideally it has to your brother or your one closest male friend. Humans has this weird thing, they become fearless if they know that this person is gonna be with me no matter the cause. It's a ride or die situation. And I am sorry to break it to you, but making this brotherhood relationship is very, very hard in this generation. But hey, it's not impossible if you are gonna show your authentic, true, and trustworthy self to at least that one person. If you manage to pull that off, then you can actually enjoy being a playboy. Yes, most players hate it because of the mental exhaustion. But even if you could enjoy being a player, you are still hurting another human. Now, you argue this point by saying that if the girl is already promiscuous, then me having sex with her isn't gonna change anything. And I would say to you that you have your own values or not. Just because things are not good doesn't give you the permission to make it even worse. Obviously, you can't be a player for life. You have to settle down when you are older. Being a player is obviously a young boy thing. But you will have problems settling down when you get older with women if you continue being a player. You will always think that you can get a better girl and never be satisfied with your life. I am not saying what you should do, I am just saying how things work now. That I have told you about the player situation, let me tell you why you should always pursue a long-term relationship with marriage in mind. You don't have to go on a date with a girl and try to make her your wife, no. There is something called compatibility. If the person is not compatible with you, no matter what you do, it's not gonna work. So, experiment your dates and find the partner that is compatible with you. And if you are able to find it in a first date, then hey, congratulations to you. Then you should start working on the relationship. Long-term relationships give you meaning. It's unironically a superpower. It pushes you to work harder in life for your partner. I work all the time right now knowing I have to provide a good life for my future wife, and I literally have no interest on being a player again. Your partner could be that one person who is always gonna be with you no matter what, if you worked on your relationship well and understand fully. You could actually do something with your life and do better rather than going to pick up girls every weekend who you don't even know the name of. It's a push that you need to surpass everything. It's a dream. Now, I am not gonna tell you how to build a good relationship with your partner in this video. If you need a video like that, then comment down below and I'll make one. What I am gonna tell you is why you should go for a long-term relationships rather than hookups and short-term relationships. Yeah, you are gonna have fights, and your woman is going to be unreasonable at times, but as a man you should not get angry, she's just a woman. As, in the Bible says, you should always lead your women in a positive direction. As a man you could show your woman the whole world and make her experience things that she has never experienced in her life ever. You wouldn't do these things for a girl you just met at a party and banged her hard in a hotel room. No, you wouldn't do that, because you know these things have value, and the promiscuous girl that you just banged is worthless. Bible says this, a woman is made for the man, but a man is not made for the women. The whole life purpose of a woman is to have babies. This the reason why the sexuality for a woman is her greatest treasure. That's the only thing a woman has, her sexuality. Nothing else matters for a woman. And for a man the greatest thing he could have is the ability to conquer. That is right. That's why a promiscuous woman is the most unattractive woman in the world, even if she's beautiful by face, and a lazy, fat, dumb and stay-at-home man is the most unattractive man in the world because he has lost the ability to conquer things. Understand this, having a long-term relationship makes your partner only exclusive to you, and that makes her the most attractive woman, and that drives you to do better in life, job, business, gym, etc. It makes you want to conquer things for your soon-to-be wife. And that what makes you the real man. Again, you wouldn't do all these things to a random girl, now would you? And being a playboy is a temporary thing too. As soon as your looks fade when you get older, no promiscuous girl even want to talk to you. And being a playboy don't provide any goal. It's just an endless cycle to hell. You are just using what you are born with to get the pleasure you don't deserve. It's like a loser drug addict who don't know when to stop. Yeah, your body count is 40, but does it really matter? You have white hair, your mental health is an all-time low, you have abnormal sleep schedule, your health is decreasing, nobody truly loves, you are depressed and lonely, and have panic attack every night, but hey, at least you have a higher body than an average male. I have experienced both the things. And being in a long-term relationship is much better than hookups, one-night stand, and short-term relationship. Yes, you don't get that adrenaline pleasure, but you have meaning now, and that is much more greater than just cheap pleasure. When you are going around, banging chicks you don't even like just because you get pleasure out of them is such a hedonistic way to live. And what is your goal when you are doing these things? Yes, there is no end goal. It's just high pleasure, and then constant misery. Immature men do this often, if they can, and if they can't become a player, then they become a lazy basement dweller. These men often take no responsibility for anything, even outside of dating. They don't have the will to fight or to do anything with their life. They are often weak and fragile. They are an emotional wreck, even if they don't show it. Mature men, on the other side, chooses a long-term relationship not because he can't bang 5 girls per night. He definitely can, but he chooses not to because it is pointless. Let's talk psychology and brain activity for this last part of the video. If you are a playboy for a long period of time, what you are training your brain to do is to give up on people or things very easily and not try hard to keep things. That makes you very fragile. That also makes you demotivated to keep relationships in the future or anything. I'm not just talking about relationships here. It affects your whole life. That makes you unable to protect anything. And that is a very dangerous thing. If as a man you can't protect your wife, family, and empire, could you even call yourself a man? Think about that for a moment. You are training your brain to be so lazy that it's harming your whole life. You are training your brain to be weak. People will trample over you without even realizing it because you are so used to get girls easily without even doing much. And if you keep this up, later down the line, you will become suicidal even. Long term, on the other hand, teaches you resilience, how to protect and keep what you already have. It makes you look deep inside a person. It improves your worldview and perspective in general. It pushes you to achieve things you wouldn't even knew possible. It's make you a provider, gives you meaning. It also gives you infinite strength in the face of adversity. It's the light at the end of the tunnel. You start to live your life for other people, not just for yourself, and that is the real meaning of life. You actually look past yourself for once in your life. I hope you get the point of this video. Remember, God only helps those who help themselves. There is still time to improve your life no matter how deep you are in the pits of hell. You can still improve. As long as you are alive, you can literally do anything. As the saying goes, before death, every defeat is psychological. So be grateful and improve. Subscribe if you like the video, as also press that thumbs up button. Comment what you want to see next, and I will see you soon.